Independence Day present for Trump, approval blows past Obama's. It's the kind of news the news media hates. Marking his second Independence Day as the man in the Oval Office, President Donald Trump saw his approval rating sitting above former President Barack Obama's at the same point in his first term. And Trump's doing it in the face of a mainstream news media assault his predecessor never could have imagined. According to Rasmussen's daily presidential tracking poll, Trump entered the holiday with 48% of Americans approving of the job he's doing. That beats Obama's rating on July 3, 2010, by 3 points. The daily tracking of the Obama administration shows 3 points might not seem like much in the grand scheme of things, but when it's seen in the context of the unflagging worship the news media was bestowing on Obama from before he even won the presidency to his second 4th of July in office, it's fair to say Trump is blowing Obama away. Remember, by July 4, 2010, Obama had been a president with huge majorities in both houses of Congress. The world was still swooning over the first black president, who had been awarded the Nobel Peace Prize the year before for literally nothing he had accomplished yet, or would, in fact, accomplish over the next 6 dismal years of his tenure. He'd signed the Affordable Care Act in March of 2010, and Washington correspondents for mainstream news organizations were mainly concerned with trying to outdo each other in degrading their profession by fawning over Obama, his wife and the whole quasi-socialist program his Democrat Party was trying to foist on the country. By contrast, Trump has been battling not only foreign governments and trade disputes but also a nitpicking, overly antagonistic media that's given his administration an astounding 90% negative coverage, according to the hawk-eyed newsbusters at the Media Research Center. Even more impressive, Trump's approval numbers are actually being helped by Black and Hispanic voters, exactly the kind of Americans liberals are counting on to power their vaunted, and probably mythical, blue wave come November. Now, it's a good chance most mainstream media commentators were hoping, along with the Democrat Party, that Trump would never actually reach the milestone of a second 4th of July in the White House. By now, Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia collusion investigation should have driven him from office, of course, if Trump's own perfidy, in liberal eyes, or the inherent criminality, again, in liberal eyes, of his administration hadn't made it self-destruct. But neither of those things have happened. And despite the onslaught of media hostility, Americans can see with their own eyes what the Trump administration is accomplishing. Low unemployment, a roaring stock market, demonstrable, if still uncertain, progress toward peace with the always nettlesome North Koreans. That's the kind of news that can't help but get through the media filter, because Americans have their eyes open. And it's the kind of reality Americans are experiencing in their daily lives, no matter what the news media keeps telling them. And that makes the news about what Americans are